Welcome back to another episode of Grand Tactician: The Civil War. This is episode 13 of our Confederate early start campaign. So we started in February 1861. It's now May 1862. Things aren't going well for the Union. Let's have a quick look at where we left off in the last episode. We fought a big battle. The Battle of Springfield in the Trans-Mississippi region in Missouri. Which one commenter called the Fredericksburg of the West, or something along those lines. And yeah, it pretty much was. We absolutely hammered that army. It went down as a minor victory, but it was a huge fight. And if you missed it, you should go back and check it out. It's just in the last episode, so I'll link that at the top right of the screen here with one of those little doofers you can press on YouTube. I'll also put a series link in a pinned comment, and I'll put a series link in like a playlist link in the description as well. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch that and catch up with what you've missed, because that was a pretty cool battle. It was somewhere, I think it was about 150,000 men total involved, which obviously for the Trans-Mississippi Theatre is huge. Well, I mean, it's pretty huge for everywhere, but it's especially huge there. A quick look at the numbers then. As always, this video will be chaptered, so if you don't want to watch these bits, skip forward to wherever you want to go to. But also, I won't dwell too much on what's gone on before, because if you want to watch that, if you want in-depth info, just go back and watch it. But anyway, so the Union's on 51 national morale. We're on 100 national support. They're on 90, which is still good, obviously. We're on 100. Army morale, 77. They've suffered a few big setbacks recently. I was 95. We've got 16 loyal states because, as you can see, on April the 21st, 1862, Kentucky joined the Confederacy. Men fielded pretty close, somewhere around 2.5, like 250,000 men each. They're almost at 270,000. Navy tonnage, they outnumber us, but they're not really doing much with their navy. Military experience, the same. Battles won. They've only won a little handful of 5 battles. We've won 13. They've suffered almost 50,000 casualties. We've suffered 11,600. Trade warfare, economy, Confederate advantage. So the war is swinging in our favour. A quick look at the front lines then before we get started. So we've advanced further into Missouri. Before we were only controlling up to about Lebanon, but really we weren't even controlling that because there was Union armies at Lebanon. There are still substantial troop numbers in Missouri, of course. And there's still these little forts dotted around, which really we should take, and we probably will take. I think we took... Did we take Dorksville last time? I think we did. Yes. Yeah, we did. Yeah, Fort Towson. We took that last time. So really, we should take this as well, because it's, I mean, I know it's just a tiny little fort, but it's in our rear, and it's like, well, I don't like it there. So maybe we will take it. I'll have a little think about it. But let's go back to the overall scenario, status of things here. So we have the Trans-Mississippi Army under Beauregard here. See if I can click on them. Nah, probably not. That's the core. Oh, there we are. And he's got a new perk. And for that perk, we're going to go with the flying column. So 55,600 men in this department, like the Trans-Mississippi area, which is a lot, which means we're going to have to spread these guys out a bit because supply is hard to come by there. Supply. Yeah, as you can see, like the darker the red, obviously the more supply there is in the region, and you can see that this whole region is fairly light, even though I've done a lot of work to bring supply there. Hopefully we'll get some more flowing in, but, you know, that's flowing in, not flown in. I'll speak a bit quickly. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes with supply, but we'll probably have to spread them out a bit and see how that goes. In the centre here, we've got Albert Sidney Johnston with 3 corps. Click on the wrong one, obviously. And again, the wrong one. Yeah, Albert Sidney Johnston, 65,000 men almost. This is our largest army. And they are spread through Kentucky. We've got Joe Johnston with his corps kind of on the eastern side of Kentucky, and we've got Hardee on the western side of Kentucky. So again, they're split for supply purposes mostly. But as you can see, there's really no supply in the eastern Kentucky. But hopefully it'll flow there, because we've literally just taken this place over a few days ago. In the east, we're not doing much at all. We're sitting back. We are on the defensive, basically, and that's the way it's going to remain for now. Army of Washington, that's a new one. Department of Pennsylvania. They don't actually have that many troops. So, I mean, if we wanted to, we could probably push on Washington, but I don't feel like that's quite in our interest yet. If you like, the AI has been very strange. Another army up here, Army of Pennsylvania, 24,000 men. Army of the Susquehanna, 20,000 men, and then the 38th Army with 2,000 men. Also, when we had a ship up here and we saw that they were building depots all over the place, so God knows what's going on up there. We've got the Army of Northeastern Virginia up all the way over here. They've got 24,000 men as well. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out, and we'll have to see what they're actually doing and what's going on. I'm a bit baffled with what he's doing in the east. We're recruiting a few men here and there. Nothing too drastic, nothing too exciting. So this episode will probably be like a consolidation episode after we had that huge battle. But we will press on with the Trans-Mississippi Army. Oh, and also to mention, we've got the Army of the Mississippi, which is having an offensive up this way. The aim being Cairo, but we'll see if we get there. I'm going to press play now. The Army of Mississippi is brand new, so it's pretty much all brand new troops. We've got a corps under Van Dorn, we've got a corps under Donaldson, and a corps under Zollicoffer. So they're kind of coming together here around Jackson. We've preemptively built a supply depot here, but it's not got much in it. So I'm hoping that supply from Nashville will flow that way. But, I mean, I really don't know if it will. It might. I'm going to upgrade this, though. The Nashville depot is going to go to the top depot. Top level depot. The Reserve Corps Holmes is just a recruiting unit, really. So Covington is still under control of the Union, which I don't want that to be. So I'm going to send Joe Johnson up there. And he's struggling with supply because there's only a small depot here. Supply is going to be an issue for us. We've built up the Bowling Green depot to a double size depot. We're going to get that up to a third size. We're building a fort here as well with our pioneers. However, all this takes ages to build. I'm going to give this Pioneer Corps, which is a tiny little unit, I'm going to give them the Sappers and Miners skill as well. Just in case we want them to do any sieging. Bound to come in handy. But yeah, so they're building here. 16 days now, fort will be ready. And that's going to release them. And I'm going to then push them up and build another depot around here to see if we can get those supplies flowing. Like I mentioned, those supplies are a problem for us at the minute. It's our main issue pretty much at the minute. So he is in range of a depot, but I mean, there's not really much in there since we've just taken it over. So basically just whatever we could steal off the Yankees. Bit of forage, some horses, not really anything in the way of food. But that'll get there, I hope. And then we can press on to take Covington and maybe even push over and take Cincinnati, Ohio. Possibly. I feel like there's a chance that we could finish this war by Christmas 62. Let's see if we've got anything available here. Anything worth doing. Railroad construction. I'm tempted to go with railroad construction because we want to build the Cumberland Gap Railroad, but I'm going to leave that for the moment. Trade warfare again. I don't feel like we need that. Recruiting officers. I don't think we need that either. Let's have a quick look at what we've got available in terms of recruits. So we've only got 35,000, so not that many. But enough for now anyway. We really don't need it to do anything with those policies just now. Building a few bits and pieces here as well at Knoxville, a new prison camp, a fort and a depot. Again, this is all to try and help bring supply up. If I press Hardy over the river here, he's going to struggle with supply again, but it means we could capture this coal mine, which could be handy, and obviously Evansville itself. However, I don't think it's what I want to do just now. Let's keep time ticking for the moment. We're also constructing some new ironworks and things like that, so hopefully all that will bring us better weapons and better equipment, all that stuff that you need. The Army of Tennessee is at Cairo with 21,000 men, so they'll be our next obstacle to overcome. I think, anyway. I mean, unless the Union does anything interesting or drastic. Another prison being built at Little Rock here as well. Lynch at destination. Who's Lynch? 5 ships and 14 guns. Oh yeah, he's the guy we just sent up there, up near to Cairo. Not Cairo. I'll show you in a second. Mississippi lumber ready, brickworks, and the Knoxville prison. So yeah, we've built a few bits and pieces here. I would like it if you just double click this and it takes you to where it is, but it doesn't do that. Never mind. We're basically working on the economy. We're struggling a little bit with our rating, so we don't want to splash too much money out. That's this fleet. So they've come up here and they're blockading Cincinnati Harbour. It's only 13% blockaded, but you know, like I always say, it all adds up. We're getting a bit more supply in here. I mean, not lots, but a little bit. So that's good news at least. So let's upgrade this and hope that some more supply is going to flow. And I know I just said we're going to cut down the spend a little bit. We're going to build a market, and we're going to build that here. Hopefully it's going to increase the transport capacity and whatnot. Right, so our guys in Missouri have now had a little chance to recover from that battle. I can see their men are on the march and they're kind of spread out. So what I'd like to do, I would like to smash those guys out of the way while they're separated, but I don't know. I guess they're probably still in reinforcement range, and we don't really want another huge battle here if we can help it. But two of their armies are pressing down this way towards Rockbridge, and that could be an issue. That could very much be an issue, actually. And supplies are a problem again. I mean, always supplies problems. Supplies are always a problem here for us. Okay, so price. He's low on ammunition. This is the issue here. So I would like to press forward, but I would need to send price really, and he can't because I mean we're right down on ammunition. We've only got 30% artillery ammunition. I'm going to pull Smith's force back a little bit, just back to here. So we're spread a little bit further out, and maybe he can then reach the supplies from the Fayetteville depot. Oop. A bunch of stuff. Ready? Little Rock Prison Camp. Mississippi Lumber Mills too. So it's just some of the bits and pieces we're building. Let's check out the prison camp situation. It says we've got no prisoners in there. I'm not sure how many prisoners we've got. We should have a few, but I don't know. I'm going to get Donaldson to construct a second depot here. And I'm going to send him to take Covington. I think it'll be fine. You'll just have to make do with less supply. For a little while anyway. Right, so they're actually pulling back up this way, and they're pulling out. That's good, at least. The French repulse, that's Mexican stuff. Right, so they've actually pulled out of there, and that's okay. So we still hold this depot, which has some supply. So we're going to send Price forward. Longstreet destinations, that's the Army of the Mississippi, and Van Dorn, that's again the Army of the Mississippi. We're going to start struggling for supply, but we've got Donaldson already working on that. Longstreet's Army of Mississippi is going to have, it's got like 44,500 men, so it's a decent force. Where was Van Dorn though? Ah, Van Dorn, I moved him to Memphis. That's right. So we want to build another depot at Memphis. We need a little chain of depots. If it lets us build one. Which it doesn't seem to be. Okay, well, maybe we can't have a depot. But we build something else. No. No. Stop. Stop. I don't want you going there. No, 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 no. Knoxville Depot. Alright, so Knoxville Depot's done. So just a fort to build here, and then that should, I'm hoping it's going to bring supply up here. We're taking Covington. When that's taken, we'll come back here and we'll take Lexington. And then I think is that the last stop for the Cumberland Gap Railroad? I think so. I'm just going to check this out, actually. It's there. So we'll build that next. We're already building the Texas Southern Pacific, I think. Does that mean we're building it? I'm not sure. We are building something. We've already built the Houston-Shreveport one. I think this means we're building it. I can't rightly remember, but I think we are. Ah, so we can get some new stuff here. Confederate gunboats. Confederate rifles. Now, it might be handy to be able to construct rifles, but at the moment we can only order rifles in. Training manuals, that was another good one as well. Let's have a quick look at the weapons situation. We don't have many. We've got carbines in order. It's still going to be another, like, almost 20 days. We can only get the low-range carbines, though. We do have some howitzers, but that's it. We can't construct any real rifles. The only thing we can construct is rebored muskets. Which, I mean, they're okay, but, you know, definitely not amazing. No, we do have 2,000 Springfield musketoons, however. Now, the things we can get Plains rifles and we can get Mississippi rifles. They're the legacy rifles. But, I mean, these are slightly old-fashioned. The Mississippi rifle's pretty damn good. And, I mean, the Plains rifle's decent, but not as good as the Mississippi, I don't think. We've got some on order, but they're going to be 98 more days. So they take forever. We've got guns on order. We've got Iron Napoleons and Standard Napoleons. But, again, they're going to be a while. Everything takes ages. Only 16 days, actually, for those. We ordered them ages ago. But that's going to be 128 Napoleons, which is obviously pretty damn good. Springfield muskets. So we can order Augustine rifle muskets, and I've got them on order. And we can also order Lawrence rifles, but I'm not seeing them in the list here. I'm sure I've just missed them. There they are. So we've got more of those on order. We've got 5,000 coming in 3 days. Now, is it going to be worth to get Confederate rifles? I think so. Let's do it. Let's get Confederate rifles. And let's go for the next level of railroad construction here. Alright. So we've almost taken Covington. I'm going to move Zollicoffer up. We're going to threaten up here. And we're going to see if this draws any reaction from the Army of the Tennessee. We'll also get a better look at those guys. Oh, Van Dorn is going up here first. I hate how this game does this sometimes. Like, this was clearly a mistake. Why would I want him to go up there? But anyway, never mind. Never mind. It happens. Okay, so we've spread out a little bit here. Right, so we've got an option here for weapons production. Each level of this project will further increase weapons production efficiency. That's going to be a good one, and we're going to go with that. And we're going to go with the next trade deals option as well. We're going to pump some money into that. Now, I'm going to send Smith up this way. I'm going to see what's up here. We don't even know who's up here, if the Union has a force up there. If we have to pull back with Smith, then that's fine. I'm going to take a little gamble here, and I'm going to send Cheatham up to take Warsaw. Again, this is going to... We're spreading our forces out a little bit here, but it is a risk. It absolutely is a risk. So we're going to move Pillow's Arkansas district up into Missouri for now, just to give a little bit of support to this central region in case we need it. since we're dispersing our army somewhat. Right, so Zolokov has pulled up here. His army of Tennessee's done nothing. It's like a month ago since we last spotted them, so we don't really know what's there. Diplomacy 4 enacted. Excellent. New trade deals. Fort Root. Where's this? Alright, so this is... Yeah, okay, fine. This is in this near Bowling Green. I'm going to stick some troops in there. We're really short on commanders. So this is now going to release the Pioneers because they've finished this fort, and we're going to move them up towards Louisville. Our Lexington is ours now as well. Oh, we've got policy to pick. Right, we've got all 11 policies in use. We can get one more if we pump more money into it, but I don't think we need that. Support Mexican intervention. Further French arms become available. Cool. The European number of recruits in Texas minus 50%. So we'll lose recruits from Texas, but it means we can get new weapons. But actually, we've got plenty of weapons, so that might be one to think about in a bit. For now, can we do any of these? No, we can't. We can't print notes. The government will receive 50 million in newly printed money each year. Let's do that. We're going to print notes. And I'm going to press Hardy up to Evansville. Ooh. Alright, so they didn't like that at all. However, this is not a fight we're going to fight. This was never the intention here. We're not fighting when we're outnumbered 2-1 like this. We don't need that. We're going to withdraw. I would like it if you didn't withdraw that way. Got some more things ready here. I can't see what it is because of this stuff going on. But I want to withdraw again. He's going to withdraw towards Smith. And actually, he's in range of all of these guys now. Except for Smith for some reason. Right. Why is that? Why would he not be in range of Smith? He's right next to Smith. Smith is actually engaged now as well. Right, okay. So I think, let's fight this little force here. We're going to fight with Smith. Smith's a tiny corps, so I don't know how this is going to go. And we're fighting this dude. George S. Green. Never heard of him. Martin Smith. Let's see how he does. Right, so hopefully this battle will be fine. I've never fought a battle up in this region before. It'll be interesting to see which battlefield we get, but let's go ahead and do that. The Battle of Papinsville, Missouri, June the 1st. The Union fields 11,000 men under Major General Greene. We field 10,500 men under Major General Smith. We are on the defensive. I thought we would be on the offensive, but I'm happy with this. I don't recognize this battlefield. I don't think I've had this one yet before. Mound City? I don't know it. Let's find the objective. Heights. Right. Alright, so that's just there. Okay. Union is coming in from the Fort Scott Road. Alright. We'll set up here. Probably. I'm going to have a look at the terrain. Yep. We'll set up on the heights. Alright, so I've made some breastworks, a couple of units going here, and then the rest over this side. Really, we get terrible firing arcs. Oh, that's a little better. I mean, you would think if you're up on these hills, you'd easily be able to fire. Well, this is a bit better here. Okay, so let's go with that. So I know this is like a corps, but really this is pretty much a division. We've got 4 brigades of infantry, no cavalry, sadly, and 1 battery of guns. Let's see how this goes. Let's see where he comes from. We may need to redeploy or reposition. I'm sure He might... excuse me. He might just come straight down this road. We'll see. We do have some fairly basic arms in this army. We've got Springfield muskets and reboard muskets for the other 3 units. Let's stick them on long range. I prefer that. Going to send out some skirmishers. Wheeler's brigade did an excellent job in the last battle. That big, massive, huge battle. They held a key point. Law held the right flank in that battle. They did a good job as well. Ledbetter wasn't much involved in the last battle. I mean, they did fight a little, but not much. And Barksdale also did a good job after being disgraced in his first battle. So I'm just screening out with these skirmishers just to see if we can see anything, see if we can pick up any movement. And as is sometimes the case, the AI leads with his artillery, which is retarded, of course, but it means we can take advantage of that kind of thing. Not seeing any movement. Doesn't mean there isn't any, of course. Oh, here they come. So we've spotted them already. Nice. They're coming straight down the road. So perhaps we should have built a little bit of fencing here, but never mind. I'm going to harass him with our skirmishers. I'm not saying his artillery or the commander, but I'm sure they'll be following. Aha, so here's his artillery. If possible, Law's skirmishers are going to engage his artillery right in the rear. Not really doing very much here. And as usual, not really obeying the orders we're given. Right, so Law's men are going to break. Let's pull them out. If they will. Doesn't look like they will. His skirmishers seem to be invincible. Ours are almost broken in 2 places, but his just fighting on and on. Common theme. Yeah, Law skirmishers broken with 35 casualties. His taking fire from 3 sides with 50 casualties, still not even bothered. Ah, finally broken. Okay. Pretty grim little bit of skirmish in there. Lots of casualties for a skirmish fight. Even as well. 75 for them, 68 for us. Barksdale skirmishers suffering a lot of casualties, so we're going to pull them out. Hopefully nice and quick. And the same with Wheeler. Let's get them out. I'm actually going to push them back into the breastworks. I think they might be coming up this way. Maybe not. He's going to come around on our flanks. Right. Okay, so I'm going to send Law skirmishers out again. See if we can cause them some trouble. Wheeler, I would like you just to stop. Is that possible? Doesn't seem like it is. It is. Excellent. Right. Is he not coming on the flank? Well, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. He's kind of reformed. He's sending 2 of his brigades towards our right flank. I don't know why the status is idle. I would like you to keep firing. Alright, Right, so maybe Wheeler does need to move back up here. I'm not really sure. This is going to be a really quite a tricky fight. Yep, let's get Wheeler back up here. Go, Wheeler, go. And then if the worst comes to the worst, we'll get Wheeler in position here, and we can swing him down. And then we can also swing in with these two brigades. Could even do that now. Come out of our defenses. Let's do it. We're going to go on the offensive here. I'm hoping these guys are going to stop before they get into combat. They won't, of course. Ah, they will. Fire. Pretty nicely done, actually. Bloodbath's men arrived just in time. Wheeler's done a lot of marching backward and forward. We'll give him a little rest here before we do anything else. Barksdale's men are giving that second brigade a good pounding. Let's keep pressing, but be cautious. Casualties are swinging in our favour now. Send the law skirmishers forward again to give these artillery guys a bit of a pasting if we can. good. So we've forced their West Virginia brigade to come forward here to deal with the skirmishers. That's fine. Hopefully they're blocking this artillery slightly. We almost got the 2nd Brigade broke here. We need to keep up the pressure. Not sure what he's doing. Just out for a stroll in front of our men. Slow it down a little. Yeah, taking a hammering, but they're standing fast. Pull those skirmishers back. Second brigade is whipped. Enemies retreating. Yeah, cool. Another bloodbath in Missouri. Good job from Smith here. I'm going to press forward. Pursue. Doesn't look much like they're retreating, does it? Major victory. Cool. This is like the casualty numbers are just crazy again. Yep, Battle of Papinsville resulted in major Confederate victory. We lost almost 1,000 men, so that's 10% of our army, but he's lost half his men again. 6,500 casualties. George S. Green got his butt handed to him. And, yep, well, that's what happens, I guess. I'd like to see the AI better coordinated. I know it must be difficult to program. I have no idea how he would do it, but it'd be great if there was a more realistic battle. If it was more realistic to have a realistic kind of battle, like why did his men not line up? Why did he not push forward? Or why didn't he press on the flanks? Like he had the idea of maybe doing the flank attack on my left there, but just didn't materialize. No idea. Like I say, I haven't got a clue how you would program an AI computer game, but you know, it'd be great if it could be a little bit better. Glorious victory at Papinsville. Army of Missouri fleeing in panic. General Smith becomes a national hero. Nice. Let's have a quick read of the report. The Battle of Papinsville has ended with the Army of the Missouri retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. It's the same old story here. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 6,690, 632 killed and 2,107 captured. The morale is believed to be stable. Yeah, our casualties were 918 men, that's 167 killed and 138 missing. Morale determined, supply mediocre. We captured 4,000 rifles and 15 guns. Okay. So we've still got the Army of the West chasing our Missouri district. I feel like Smith together with Cheatham could definitely give them a good scrap. Smith has definitely improved. He's looking much better than he did to start with. Now got a few battles under his belt as well. Look at Wheeler. What a beast. I've already promoted him to Brigadier General. I'll be giving Wheeler probably an army at some point, I think. Certainly a corps. I know he's supposed to be a cavalry commander, but he's done really good with his infantry. Let's have a quick look at the weapons. Have we got anything available? What did we capture there? So no rifle muskets. I mean, surely those guys must have been equipped with some rifle muskets. Springfields, but apparently not. That's about what we had before. No Enfields. Our Lawrence rifles have arrived, so I'm going to give them out to Wheeler's Brigade. They've actually got a perk as well. I'm going to give them Iron Discipline. Cohesion increases 25% faster. Level up in ranged combat. Yeah, let's do that. Anybody else got a perk? Ledbetter? Nearly. Barksdale almost as well. And Law almost too. So this is this little reserve corps, which actually I had never intended to fight with. It's actually doing quite well. They've got some pretty decent troops in there. I'm going to give out more Lawrences to them since there's a lot of fighting going on here. And I feel like they could benefit with some better weapons. Cheatham's guys, let's have a look here. Springfield muskets, Reboard muskets, Napoleons, James's, Mississippi rifle, and Springfield rifle. So they're actually pretty well armed. Let's give out something else here though. We've got some Reboard muskets since we gave some away. We've got some Augustins actually, 1,800, so enough to arm this brigade. Let's go ahead with that. Almost 2,000 men. They're going to get Reboard muskets, I guess. Reboard muskets, they're decent. Oh, well, I mean, they're alright. So that's these guys armed with rifles at least. So, I mean, if we do have to fight, at least they've got some ability to do so. Plantation mechanization. Nah, that's not the one I want. I want farm mechanization because that releases more men into the pool of recruits. So we'll wait for that. The Missouri district, now, what we're going to do with them? I'm going to pull them back towards here if we can. So we give the army of the Missouri a real kick in here. Again. Now, is there one or two forces here? Either way, I mean, we haven't quite got enough men. I mean, I know we've got a lot of men here in this theatre, but not quite enough. There's never seems to be quite enough for anything. There's never enough supplies. There's never enough men. There's never enough weapons. Zolokov has got no supply. They've got nothing to eat up here. There's a depot here, but it's only small. A second depot, not quite ready. Do I build another depot here? I don't know. Let's not. I'm not going to. They'll be able to draw a little bit of supply from the town, I guess. But we do want to push on the Army of the Tennessee. And we will. So second corps, nothing to eat as well. Okay. Yeah, alright, yeah, so this is not attached to any other one. Oop. Having a bit of trouble with this. Okay, so we're on the offensive pretty much across the board. We're pushing up on the Army of Tennessee. We're making some maneuvers in the northwest Missouri. We've kind of pulled his numerical advantage apart. Had a nice fight up here with Smith's force. We've got Pillow and Price, of course, here. The aim is still St. Louis. We're going to push up here and we're going to try and take that probably in the next episode. So for now, I'm going to leave it here. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed that little battle there. If you've got any ideas on what I'm doing wrong or what I should be doing or anything else that you think we should be pursuing that I'm not pursuing already, stick it in the comments. Let me know and I'll act on it if I feel like it's something I can do. And either way, I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later. Ta-ra for now. Have a great day.